The following is a PCN Sports presentation.
From Penn State University, it is the last of 6 piaa softball championship games in Class 5A. It is a matchup of the runners-up in District 7, the Riverhawks of Armstrong at 18-5, and the District 3 champion Lampeter Strasburg Pioneers coming in with a mark of 29-1. Good afternoon and welcome to Beard Field at Nittany Lions Softball Park. Steve Degler along with Jim Wills. An easy angle in this game would be the experience of Lampeter Strasburg. They've been here a lot. First trip for Armstrong. But Jim, let's talk about some things on the field. Two teams with a ton of power.
Yeah, if you like hitting, make sure you watch this game because there's going to be a lot of hits, especially home runs. Lampeter Strasburg with over 30 on the season, Armstrong with over 40. And a lot of those home runs have come in the playoffs. So they really have a powerful lineup.
Can the pitchers stop that here this afternoon will be the big question. For Armstrong, the head coach is Doug Flanders. He is in his second season. It's a school that opened in 2015. Again, the first time they've been to the championship game. They have scored 32 runs in their 3 state games thus far. Their offense led by a freshman in Jesse Pugh.
Jesse Pugh's had a great freshman season, batting .409, has hit 10 of those home runs we talked about, has 27 RBIs on the season, doing a great job at that first base position.
For Lampeter Strasburg, Gene Charles is in his 5th year as the head coach. This team has been to 4 of the last 5 finals that have been played. They have won 28 straight coming into today. The only loss in Game 2 to Twin Valley. His leadoff hitter has some power, too. That's Chloe Blantz.
Yeah, she plays shortstop in the field, but .505 on the batting average for the season, 15 home runs, 60 RBIs, and has scored 45 runs, so she knows how to get around those bases and get home.
We have seen a lot of pitching and defense so far today. Will the offense have its say in this one? Stay tuned. We've got the starting lineups, first pitch in the 5A title game between Armstrong and Lampeter Strasburg right after this.
Join PCN July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd as we commemorate the Battle of Gettysburg. Each day includes battle walks with park rangers and certified battlefield guides, illustrating the moments in time that shaped the fighting each day. The anniversary continues July 4th with the Confederation of Union Generals portraying historical figures of the time. PCN's Gettysburg Anniversary Programming, July 1st through the 4th. PCN, where history and culture come alive.
Doesn't matter what part of the state you're from, one thing is certain. Pennsylvania loves sports. On the first Friday of the month, PCN takes you inside the lines at 6:30 p.m. PCN delivers insight from the people who cover sports from every corner of the Commonwealth. From high school to college to professional sports, PCN takes you inside the lines. Learn more at PCNTV.com.
We are back at Penn State, where Lampeter Strasburg getting set to take the field for the 5A championship against Armstrong. The Riverhawks, the runner-up out of District 7, the WPIAL. Here is their lineup. Emma Smerick will lead off and play in right field. Emma Paul, the shortstop, will hit second. Batting third at third, Mackenzie Egley. The first baseman, Jesse Pugh, will hit fourth. Batting fifth in left field, Jenna Klontz. Cassidy Adams, the center fielder, will hit sixth. Batting seventh, the designated player, Riley Kilgore. Pitcher Cameron Sprankle hits eighth, and batting ninth and doing the catching, Bella Atherton. The flex player is the second baseman, Nicole Benvenuti. In the circle today for Lampeter Strasburg is junior Kiva Middleton.
Yeah, she's had a very, very good season. 26-1 on the year, 162 innings pitched, tremendous ERA of 1.25, giving up 102 hits. Has struck out 210, walked 48 on the year.
Defensively behind Middleton this afternoon for the Pioneers. In the outfield, Brooke Zuber is in left. Julia Gerard is in center. Ali Robb is in right. At third base, Emily Platz. The shortstop is Chloe Blantz. Daisy Frank plays at second base, and Cam Byler is the first baseman. Carissa Hart is behind the plate, catching Middleton, who has thrown 15 straight scoreless innings and has a 0.81 ERA in the postseason. It is 81 degrees, some showers in the area. Humidity has definitely picked up here at game time. The wind blowing out toward left field. here at Nittany Lions Softball Park, where it's 200 feet down each foul line and straight away to center field, 220 feet. Emma Smerrick leads off. 2 of those 8 home runs came in the semifinal win on Monday over North Hills, a team that beat Armstrong in the District 7 championship game. We are underway in 5A with strike 1 to Smerrick.
You talked about those hitters. This is a girl that was staying after practice and hitting 13 to 14 buckets of balls after practice. So this is the kind of things that we talked about in the open. You're going to see some pretty good hitting.
429, 8 homers, 7 triples, 24 runs batted in. Armstrong has won 3 straight, 8 of 9 coming into the title game. Smerrick will slice that one foul down the left field line. It's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. And the other thing about these 2 teams, fairly young. A lot more experience on LS, not only because they've been here the last couple of years, but they have some players who have experience in championship games, despite the cancellation of last season. It's all brand new for Armstrong. Sliced again the other way.
And it's funny you say that because, Steve, it's brand new school in 2015, so you can't get much newer than it is for Armstrong in the playoffs and in, any kind of situation with their sports teams.
It was a new school merger between Katanning and Ford City. Doug Flanders, a Katanning High School graduate, teaches math at Armstrong. He said it is smack dab on the border in Manor Township, right between Katanning and Ford City. Change up. Misses a little bit high. 2-2 the count. Middleton. Curveball, screwball. Working on a changeup. Not overpowering, but keeps hitters off balance. And gets her first strikeout. She bends one in on the hands, 1 away here in the first inning.
Yeah, Coach talked to us about her working on that changeup, but the last game I saw against West Grant, she did a great job, and he said the last couple of weeks she's been working on it, so she's really helped her arsenal of pitches.
1 away for Emma Paul. She is a freshman, an outstanding basketball player. Takes strike 1. She's batting .406. 6 home runs, 26 knocked in. She was first team all-conference. Among the starting lineup for Armstrong, 40 home runs on the season. Lined into left field, that's going to drop in for a base hit. Over to cut it off is Zuber. Big turn at first, but Hull holds there with the game's first hit, a 1-out single.
Contact on the ball is going to be what we're looking for here this afternoon, and she's the first one to start it off. Paul, again, one of those freshmen. It's really going to be a promising player for the next 3 years at Armstrong.
Egley, a junior at 500, 6 homers, 30 knocked in. Also, first team all Whippeal. (0-1) the count. Talked about the offense in the state tournament. Armstrong, 10 runs in round 1, 15 in the quarterfinals, and then 7 against North Hills. They had 20 hits in the quarterfinal win over Exeter out of District 3.
Everybody in the lineup had a hit that time in that ball game.
Hughes hit 3 homers in the tournament. Smerrick's hit 2 home runs in the tournament. That is drilled to left field for another base hit. Zuber cuts it off, heading toward the line. Up to second is Paul. And out of the gates, the Riverhawks, 2 on, 1 out here in the first.
Well, Coach Flanders talked to us before the game. He said, I'll be surprised if we don't hit. And these theories being proven true here early in the first.
He said he'd rather be the home team, but you've got a chance to set the tone here. He said there have been very few games where they've been the visiting team that they have not scored in the top of the first. And here is Pugh. 10 home runs for the freshman. 27 knocked in. 2 on, 1 out. The umpires are out of District 9. Robert Murphy calling the balls and strikes. James Pullman III is at first base. The second base umpire is Byron Quinton, and the third base umpire is Dave Glass. 2-0 the count.
Pitching very, very closely around those corners because they know the power of Pugh. As we said, 3 home runs in the past 2 games, so she's been on fire with the bat.
Opponents hitting 171 against Middleton. That is deep but foul. There is some of the power. That is plenty of distance. Two and one the count. Wind's blowing out toward left. I don't think she needs the help, Jim.
No, I don't think so either. And it's very rare that you read about teams that have this many home runs, especially in high school softball.
Gets under this one, lifts it foul behind the plate. Hurt giving it a look and stays with it for out number 2. Carissa Hurt with a fantastic play.
Not easy to judge, especially with the sun this time of day here at Beard Field, but she does a great job of getting herself back there quickly, eyes it up, and gets it to go.
That was out of play for a little while, but it has that natural spin back toward the plates, and she stayed with it. An important out number 2. Jenna Klontz is the batter. 2 aboard as she takes strike 1. Klontz is a sophomore. Gaudy numbers for her as well. Also first team all-conference. Kiva Middleton trying to work out of first inning trouble. Misses with the changeup.
Klontz with 30 RBIs on the season, a chance to pick up a couple more here.
Hurt with a good reaction. Now a delay going from second to third is Paul, and she'll steal the base.
Wow, that's something we haven't seen all weekend. A delayed steal like that. That was a nice job. Coach Flanders calling that play from the third base box. See, she got a little delay, all of a sudden 2 steps, and then bang, right to third base.
Now runners on the corners, 2 down. Rolled foul down the third base side. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Jenna Klontz. With 1 out, Paul singled. Egley followed with a single. After a foul pop-up, a stolen base. Count even to Klontz. And she chases a high one, and Middleton is out of the inning unscathed. No runs, 2 hits. No errors and 2 left. Second strikeout for Middleton. After a half inning here at Penn State, it is Armstrong nothing. LS is coming to the plate. And the Pioneers, a potent lineup themselves, 31 home runs on the year. They've scored 317 runs in 30 games. Shortstop Chloe Blantz will lead off. Batting second at second is Daisy Frank. The first baseman Cam Byler hits third. Batting fourth is the pitcher Kiva Middleton. Third baseman Emily Platz hits in the 5 spot. Batting sixth in left field Brooke Zuber. Right fielder Allie Robb will hit 7th. Batting 8th is the center fielder Julia Gerard. And batting 9th, the designated player Sydney Weichler, who is batting for the catcher Carissa Hertz. Doing the pitching this afternoon for Armstrong is Cam Sprinkle, a sophomore.
Sprinkle's had a very nice year, very consistent, not overpowering. 10-2 on the year, ERA at 3.20, 61 strikeouts on the year, a changeup rise, fastball, and a curve. Her best pitches of the day.
Very solid defense behind her, a .957 fielding percentage, and it is an all-sophomore outfield. Jenna Klontz in left, Cassidy Adams in center, Emma Smerick is in right. Mackenzie Egley plays at third base. The shortstop is Emma Paul. At second base, Nicole Benvenuti, and Jessie Pugh is playing at first base. Bella Atherton is behind the plate, catching Cameron Sprinkle. A big 0 in the top of the inning put up by LS after there were 2 on with 1 out. Now the Pioneers offense gets a chance.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very tough. As we said, it's going to be a pitcher's duel if they can have their day because, they've had good years, both pitchers. But the thing of it is, these batting averages and these home run stats are really impressive, and it's going to be interesting to see who can really tame either one of those offenses.
Chloe Blantz has had an amazing year. Jim went through the numbers: 505, 15 homers, 60 runs batted in at the leadoff spot. High fly ball to right. Smerik toward the line, makes the catch for out number one. It's a big out for Sprankle.
Got a lot on it, but got underneath it just a little bit.
Daisy Frank, the batter, she has started every game at second base since her freshman year. Frank hitting .207 with a home run and 11 knocked in. She is an outstanding athlete. Daisy will be an exercise science major at Syracuse University and play field hockey for the Orange. She will study to become a physical therapist. 1 ball, 1 strike to count.
As you see, a changeup offered by Cam Sprankle.
Sprankle will try and keep hitters off balance. This is poked over first into shallow right field for a base hit. Well, Frank has the first hit for LS. A 1-out single in the first inning.
Take a look at this. He's trying to hit that outside corner, but a good job of getting that bat around. Got it right down that first base line. Nice job of hitting.
3 stolen bases for Frank. She is aboard for Cam Byler, a senior. Changeup is popped behind third. The shortstop Paul ranges over and makes the catch. Byler gone on 1 pitch, 2 away in the first. Byler a .376 hitter with 6 home runs. Kiva Middleton, the pitcher, batting in the cleanup spot. 388, 6 doubles, a home run, 24 knocked in. She takes strike 1. Middleton had a pair of RBI singles in the first round win over Marple Newtown. An RBI double in the semifinals Monday against West Scranton. A little bit high, it's 1-1.
They really did a nice job the other day against West Scranton defensively, and then they bunched a couple of hits together, as you said, Middleton being one of them.
Changeup lifted into shallow right. Going out the second baseman, Benvenuti. It's off her glove, rolling into foul territory. Scooting to third is Frank. Holding at first is Middleton. And there are runners on the corners with 2 outs in the first inning.
Take a look at this one as an opportunity. Benvenuti's going out there, but just hits the palm of the glove and bounces out.
Courtesy runner at first base for the pitcher Middleton will be Morgan Whitaker, a senior. That is going to be ruled an error on Armstrong. Whitaker at first, Frank on third, Emily Platt the batter. .422, a pair of home runs, 22 knocked in.
Good job there by Atherton to get that ball. It was very low in the dirt. Did a nice job of stopping that one.
Each team a first and third 2-out situation in the opening inning. Armstrong could not convert. 2 balls, no strikes, the count to Platt. Grounded to second. Benvenuti handles this one flawlessly and gets the out at first and gets her team out of trouble. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left. We've played 1 in the 5A championship game. No score here at Penn State.
When a student comes to St. Francis University, they come with gifts and talents that are unique to them. It's our role to help those students become the person that they are meant to be.
PCN's summer lineup is almost here. History and culture takes center stage with the African American experience. Take a step back in time with its history. Tour unique architecture all across the state during Building Pennsylvania. Grab a bite with Keystone Cuisine. Finish the night with PCN Profiles, celebrating 25 years on the air. PCN Summer Series, Sundays beginning July 11th at 6 p.m. on cable and streaming.
Top of the second here in University Park. Final of 6 piaa softball championship games on PCN. The 5A contest is scoreless through 1. Cass Adams, Riley Kilgore, Cam Sprinkle for Armstrong against Kiva Middleton of Lampeter Strasburg. Adams, 329 on the year. She lines one to left field. Zuber had it knuckle on her and she could not hang on. And Adams aboard to lead off the second inning with a bullet to left field.
Comes up, tees off right on that first pitch. It's just a struggle out there by Zuber in the outfield. Couldn't figure out which way to put her glove and ends up getting it knocked down to the ground.
That's going to be ruled a single, hit number 3 for Armstrong. Riley Kilgore stands in. She is the designated player. Kilgore, a senior. She'll be heading to Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Her dad, Glenn, is on the coaching staff for the Riverhawks.
Kilgore with 20 RBIs on the season.
Fly ball, deep center field. Gerard going back. It's over her head and all the way to the wall. On her way to third is Adams. She is going to be held there. At second with a double is Kilgore. Second and third. Nobody out for Armstrong.
Got that pitch up that time and just really gave it a ride. Take a look at here. It's way up top, right about the shot of the numbers, and takes it for a ride to the outfield.
Four hits already for Armstrong. It was interesting talking to Doug Flanders before the game. He was very confident in his offense, and in fact, he flat out told us, if this is a low-scoring game, it's probably not good for us.
No, he was. I'll tell you, it's very rare to talk to a coach that has that much confidence. I mean, most coaches are confident, but his confidence in the hitting was way beyond normal.
I mean, you're talking about a team that you're facing that averages 10 runs a game. You have to maybe outscore that, depending what your pitching and defense does today. Here is Cam Sprinkle. Her mom, Brandy, is the pitching coach, so they work closely. Cam is hitting 200 on the year with a couple of runs batted in. Fouls one over the screen, a ball and a strike to count.
Still no outs here for Lampeter Strasburg, so it's going to be tough to work out of this jam right now for Middleton.
Two and one the count. If you're Sprinkle here, Jim, it's okay if you don't get a hit. Just make the right out. Move both runners. Get one in, get one over.
It's just important to get contact here.
Three and one.
Trying to work that corner is Middleton, but that ball's been getting away from her a little bit here in the last two batters.
First walk issued by Middleton. And the bases are loaded with nobody out. We will have a courtesy runner at first base for the pitcher, Sprankle. It will be Chloe Hayes, a senior. She told Coach Flanders before the game she plans to be an ultrasound technician after she graduates. Here is Bella Atherton, the catcher. 351 hitter. She takes ball one.
Also a first-team all-conference player, so Armstrong has kind of dominated that league all-star team this year.
She has caught every inning. Coach Flanders says she is a wall back there. Middleton finds the range there. It's 1-1. Now, normally an easy thing to say when Atherton comes to the plate would be she'd like to hit one to Atherton Streets, but that would be the wrong direction here. That would be a foul ball way off to the right side.
A bad foul ball, correct.
2-1 the count.
Coach Flanders said when his girls have come in here and see 200, 220, and 200, those are the kind of numbers they like to see on those outfield fences.
And he said we have a 10-foot high fence too, so that doesn't bother us. Out in front a little bit. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. The count even up with the top of the order on deck. Great opportunity early on for Armstrong. Pulled foul into her own dugout.
Tried to jam her a little bit inside that time. Got lower part of the bat on it.
And Gene Charles, the head coach for Lampeter Strasburg, calls the pitches, and he's a guy that really watches where players set up, what they're trying to do, and tries to counter all of that. Lifted in the infield. Infield fly rule is in effect as the shortstop Blantz makes the catch for a big first out of the inning.
Huge out for Middleton right there to get one on the board so she can give an opportunity here to bear down on this next batter.
Back to the top of the order, Emma Smerick. Monday afternoon in the win over North Hills, a pair of 2-run homers.
The rematch of Whitfield finals that they lost very convincingly is in that game as well.
That was a 12-2 mercy rule game, and Doug Flanders said basically the stage was too big for us. But they adjusted quickly, I might add.
And they've adjusted quickly here today.
That gets away from the catcher, Hurt. On her way home is Adams, and she will score on a wild pitch to make it 1-0. That is the first run Middleton has allowed in 16 1/3 innings.
You see that rise ball really rise and go right off the top of the glove of Hurt and all the way to the backstop, allowing the run to score.
Second and third, 1 away. Two 2-0 the count.
Good patience right there by Smerick.
Smerick is hit safely in all 3 state tournament games. Takes a strike. She had a triple in the first round, 2 hits in the quarterfinals, the 2 home runs, scored 3 runs in the semis.
She's got a really wide stance, Steve, for a home run hitter. I mean, look at how wide she is. She takes up half of that box.
Lays off the changeup, 3-1 the count. Rolled to short. Coming home is Blantz, and it's not in time to get Kilgore, who gets under the tag Scooting to second on the play is Smerik. It's 2-0 Armstrong.
The throw from Blantz was a little bit shorter, pulled Hurt off the plate just enough to allow that to take place. Here you're going to see it right here. You see the good scoop, but look at how she pulled her off to the right just a little bit, and she can't get back in time to make that tag.
Second and third. Still only one out. Smerik gets her 25th RBI of the season. Here is Emma Paul, who singled her first time up. One the count. Doug Flanders was a little concerned early on about getting caught up in the environment, being here for the first time, facing a team that knows what this is all about. They know where to go, what they're supposed to do. The good start was important. Well, 2-0. I think he'll take that.
That's exactly what we wanted to see happen, and I think the patience they've shown has really helped as well.
And not done. The ball rolls off of second base. That's going to allow 2 to score. As Sprinkle is in, Smerik hustles around third and scores a 2-run single for Paul. It is 4-0 Riverhawks.
You see this is right down to shoot, right in through the pitcher. Tried to knock it down with the glove, couldn't get to it, and then a little bit of a confusion at second base as well allows that second run to score. So good base running by Armstrong. Coach Charles out there now wants to talk to his people about their defensive capabilities. We asked him before the game about how's your defense, and he said pretty rock solid most of the time. He said we've shown some times when we've been a little suspect, but you know, for the most part, pretty good. So he just wants to rally their confidence out there on the mound.
That was a couple of bad bounces. There was no chance for Middleton. She got some leather on it, and then the ball hit second base and kicked away from Blantz even more. And the hustle of Smerik allowed her to score from second base. 5 hits now for the Riverhawks. Mackenzie Egley singled her first time out. Paul on first, still only 1 out. Paul plays hoops all over the country. What a talented athlete, just a freshman. Amazing how young this Armstrong team is. Shows bunt here, runner going, Paul on the move, throw to second, not in time. Emma gets a stolen base. She's in scoring position with 1 out. That's her second steal of the day.
And credit Coach Flanders, very aggressive here, taking that second bag. There you see it, nice job with that slide around. Well, they've had contact on a lot of pitches here tonight so far.
1-2 the counts. It's now 36 runs scored in the state tournament for Armstrong. Change up in the dirt, able to hold her swing. It's 2-2.
They've been very patient at the plate too. They really haven't gone after a lot of high pitches. They've done a good job of really being settled at the plate.
Full count. Now another delay. Paul will do the same thing she did in the first inning. They don't look her back to second. She takes third, her third stolen base of the game.
Heads up play, smart job. Knew what the key was the first time and did the same exact thing. Comes out, takes a double stutter step, and then all of a sudden goes.
Still only 1 out in the inning. Full count. Egley had a good swing. Middleton gets a big strikeout. That is her third, 2 away in the inning.
Really got Egley to go on this one to the outside. Good job. The good pitch got to the outside corner, and Egley was swinging away.
Inside to Pugh, who fouled out to the catcher. Coach Flanders said she reminds him of the big hurt, Frank Thomas. Not a bad comparison.
That's a tremendous comparison for anyone to be compared to that guy.
And there you see why. That ball just jumped off her bat. She hit one way down the line, foul her first time up. 1-1 the count. Paul on third, 2 outs. Good changeup from Kiva Middleton.
That's what we were talking about. Boy, when she gets it to work, it really is a great pitch. I saw her strike out a couple of West Scranton batters the other day with that same pitch, and they just were, swinging away.
Back with it. Hurt will make the tag, and that will end the inning, but it's a good one for Armstrong as the Riverhawks score 4 runs in the inning. They do it on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. Strikeout number 4 for Middleton, but Armstrong leads 4-0 after 1.5.
When you need care, you need it fast, but you need it done with a gentle hand. We make caring an active choice, so you feel it the moment you walk in the door or when you log in. Urgent caring means we always listen to your needs and put you at ease. No matter what you walk in for, we'll make getting better feel better. It's what we do, because every chance we get is a chance to show we care. MedExpress. Urgent caring.
Did you know you can watch all of your favorite PCN originals and more at home or on the go? Download the PCN app on your favorite device and tune in to see what makes Pennsylvania's heart beat. Watch videos on demand, see multiple live streams, and check out the free selected programs and events. PCN, Pennsylvania Politics and Policy, History and Culture, Sports, and more.
4-0 Armstrong in front. Bottom of the second inning coming up. Here are the brackets in Class 5A. Starting in the top half, Lampeter Strasburg, the District 3 champions, took down 2 District 1 teams. Third place, Marple Newtown 8-2 in the opening round. Runner-up, Springfield Delco 5-0 in the quarterfinals. And then defeated District 2 champ West Scranton 3-0 in the semifinals. Bottom half, Armstrong was the number 2 seed out of District 7. They ran through Berks County to get things underway. Twin Valley 10-1, Exeter 15-4 in the first 2 rounds. Those 2 District 3 teams. And then that revenge game, the 7-4 victory over the team that beat them in the Whitfield finals, North Hills, on Monday. So LS, a 28-game winning streak, down 4-0 in the second. First pitch is popped foul by Brooke Zuber. Zuber, the left fielder. She is a sophomore, plays with a ton of enthusiasm, batting .474 on the year with 4 home runs. 1-1 the counts. Zuber and Middleton have been named to the Berks Lancaster Lebanon Carpenter Cup team. That is a baseball and softball tournament put together by the Philadelphia Phillies, played in Philadelphia.
Absolutely great tournament, a lot of experience, a lot of big-time exposure if you get involved in that. And the opportunity is great that they do it for both softball and baseball.
Tap to short, Emma Paul fires low. Pugh could not dig it out. Turning first, heading for second is Zuber, and she is in safely on a 2-base error.
Nice piece of hitting there. Patient, got that ball on the outside, and then the throw was just never on target here, as you're going to see. Paul throws that one, and Pugh has no possibility there.
So the door open for LS. Here's Ali Robb, the right fielder, sophomore. Hitting .375, 7 doubles on the year. He's also walked 13 times.
I was going to say, good eye at the plate. That's what they need right now. They just need to take it easy and get it one run at a time. Good job by Atherton on the block right there.
And hope your pitching and defense can hold Armstrong in check the rest of the way. Sprankle just misses. 3-0 the count. First time Pioneers have had a batter up 3-0. Taking a strike, 3-1. Robb, also a field hockey player. Another chance for Paul. Skips away, and everybody is safe. 2 on, nobody out here in the bottom of the second.
You can take a look at this infield hit there again. Got the ball in front, but couldn't make a play afterwards. Good stop to keep it in the infield, but now leaves 2 runners on for Lampeter Strasburg.
That has ruled an infield single, hit number 2 for the Pioneers. Julia Gerard, a .391 hitter. One and one the count to Gerard, who is a freshman playing center field. Likely will be the catcher next year. She's got a great arm.
Great job of framing that last pitch by Atherton. That was a little bit outside, but she brought it right inside, and then they go right back down on the inside corner and get that next strike.
1 and 2 the count. Lampeter Strasburg out of Lancaster County, District 3. Stranded 2 in the opening inning. Count even here with runners on first and second, 1 out.
Interesting talking to Coach Charles before the game about the pressure on these girls, because of the fact that they're here so many times. And he said it really doesn't faze them. He said, they just kind of expect it.
Grounded to second. Benvenuti will take the shore out at first. The runners move up. Zuber to third, Robb to second, but there's 1 out in the inning. I like that, Jim. You've had a couple of balls that didn't go your way this inning. You're up 4, just get an out somewhere.
You just need an out right away, and don't try to get fancy. Don't go for the double play. Go to the best spot to go to is first base.
Sydney Weichler batting out of the number 9 spot, a senior. She is the DP in the game.
Has 18 hits on the season, 18 RBIs, 22 runs as well.
She'll be going to Pitt to major in biology. She sparked a rally late against Hempfield in the regular season. Team trailing 3-1. She singled to start the rally that tied that game. Behind in the count here, 0-2.
Tried to hit that outside corner to get her to go swing at something on the outside after being up 0-2.
Goes down on strikes. First of the day for Sprankle. And now it's second and third, 2 down for the top of the order.
And you see this pitch is right down the middle of the plate. Good job with some speed. They're swinging early.
Doesn't get any easier though. Chloe Blantz back to the top of the order. University of Delaware bound. She'll be a pre-vet major. Flied to right her first time up. Change up in the dirt. How about of her first 6 home runs this year, 4 of them were grand slams, and 1 was a 3-run homer.
It's amazing. When he said that the first time, I was like, I didn't think I heard it right. And then he repeated it, and it was like, wow, that's an impressive stat.
A school record, 60 runs batted in. This is from your leadoff hitter, so the bottom of the order has done its job all year. The 15 home runs, a school record by 10. Just completely crushed that record. Speaking of crushing, right through the middle, all the way to the wall. Zuber is in, Robb is in, make it 62 runs batted in for Chloe Blantz, and she cuts the deficit in half.
Well, we said you're going to see hitting, and you're seeing a good piece of hitting right here. That is a sharp hit right through into the gap in the middle between center and right.
That's her 10th double of the year. 3rd hit for the Pioneers. Tying run at the plate. Daisy Frank singled her first time up. Blantz, Frank, and Byler, the 1-2-3 hitters, all were starters on the 2018 team. Beat West Allegheny for the state title that year. Beat Penn Trafford the next year for back-to-back championships. Or rather, lost to Penn Trafford, pardon me, the next year. So troll through what they've done. 2016, they lost to Yock 1-0 in the finals. 2017, they lost in the semifinals to Donegal out of District 3. Donegal eventually won the state title. Beat West Allegheny in 18, lost to Penn Trafford in 19. And when you look at West Allegheny, Jim, the baseball team for Lampeter Strasburg won its first of 2 state titles in 1994 against West Allegheny. Daisy Frank and Cam Byler's dads were on that team. That's a pretty cool connection.
A lot of great memories in those families from those events.
Don Frank Jr. and Joel Byler were on that 94 baseball team that won 1-0. Byler pitched a 1-0 shutout to beat West Allegheny. Grounded to third. Egley stays with it, makes the throw across in time, and that will end the inning. But Lampeter Strasburg answers with 2 unearned runs on a couple of hits. 1 error, 1 left. We go to the third, 4-2 Armstrong.
Choose fresh local Pennsylvania milk. It's naturally packed with 9 essential nutrients. Just what you need to power through the day and fuel your body. Milk also builds stronger communities, providing jobs and pumping billions of dollars into Pennsylvania's economy every year. And it all starts with you. Choose PA Dairy. Goodness that matters to your family and our state. Find places to buy PA milk at choosepadairy.com.
Doesn't matter what part of the state you're from, one thing is certain. Pennsylvania loves sports. On the first Friday of the month, PCN takes you inside the lines at 6:30 p.m. PCN delivers insight from the people who cover sports from every corner of the Commonwealth. From high school to college to professional sports, PCN takes you inside the lines. Learn more at PCNTV.com.
Your bases covered and follow us on social media to see highlights of the PIAA championships and behind-the-scenes action. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at PCN TV and follow on Instagram at Pennsylvania Cable Network. Third inning at Beard Field. Armstrong to the plate, leading 4-2 in this 5A championship.
Number 25, Jenna Klontz.
Jenna Klontz, Cass Adams, Riley Kilgore. For the Riverhawks, Klontz a strikeout victim. Swings at the first pitch, pops it to shallow left. Blantz, the shortstop, ranges out and makes the catch for a quick out.
Great job. Shortstop position manned very, very well by Blantz. She's done such an excellent job all year. We talk about in the hitting part, but defensively, she's just been very, very good at that shortstop spot.
Cass Adams got the 4-run second going with a single, scored a run. High in the air, deep to left, but pulled foul. 0-1 the count.
Middleton has settled down pretty much here since that first inning.
Pop down the right field side. Frank, the second baseman, makes the catch in fair territory for out number 2.
Middleton doing a good job of getting them to get underneath the ball, producing a couple of these pop outs, especially in this inning.
Riley Kilgore doubled to center in her first at bat, 1 for 1 with a run scored. One and one the count.
Good job by Hurt that time, that ball in the dirt.
2-0, pardon me. Rolled up the middle, into center field for a base hit. Kilgore is 2 for 2. Hit number 6 for the Riverhawks.
Good appearance at the plate. That ball a little high, but you got it right in the zone. That wheelhouse up top, put it right down through the middle of the field.
Going to have a pinch runner at first base. Maggie Seifer, a junior, will run for Kilgore.
Number 27, Cameron Sprinkle.
Cameron Sprinkle walked in that 4-run second. First pitch a little bit high. Pop to second. Frank is under it and makes the grab to retire the side. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left. 2.5 complete. 4-2 Armstrong leads Lampeter Strasburg.
When athletes on these teams get sidelined with an injury, they look to the sports medicine specialists at Penn State Health. Our team of sports medicine providers, physical therapists, and orthopedic surgeons can help you get back in the game. Penn State Health Sports Medicine.
Love our Pennsylvania's Neighborhood series? Here's a look at where we've already been. Visit PCNTV.com to watch on demand now or purchase copies of your favorite locations. PCN, we are Pennsylvania's neighborhood.
Three, 4, and 5 for the Pioneers as they bat in the third. Trailing 4-2. Cam Byler, Kiva Middleton, Emily Platts to face Cam Sprinkle.
We talked about you're going to see some good hitting, and we've seen 9 hits so far in this ball game. So it's been true to form. As you see, Byler 0 for 1.
Byler to center field. Adams there for out number 1 on 1 pitch. Kiva Middleton will stand in. She reached on an error her first time up.
Nice job by Cass Adams in the outfield, strategically placed. Perfectly spotted, only had to take a couple steps to put that out.
First pitch swinging, drilled deep to left center field. See you later. Solo home run, Kiva Middleton. It's a 4-3 game, her second of the season.
Isn't that ironic with all the numbers we talked about? Somebody's going to hit one that only had one before the whole year long. And boy, Middleton really helping her own cause right here. Nice stride, goes right into that pitch and out there, over 200 in left field, right over the wall.
Interesting tidbit on Middleton. In the postseason, she has knocked in 10 as a hitter, and with the 4 she's allowed today, she's given up 10 as a pitcher. She was 9-6 in the better coming into today. That's how good she has been offensively and in the circle. Base hit the other way for Platts. She's 1 for 2. 5 hits now for the Pioneers.
Ball on the outside, goes way outside with the stroke to get it. Nice job of getting it into the outfield.
1 out in the inning. Brooke Zuber reached on an error in the second, scored a run. I don't know, you just get the feeling that 4 is not going to be enough to win this thing with the way these two teams can swing the bats.
I thought that early. That was just a very, very quick preview. The way these two teams can really go at it. Zuber being one of them right here.
Lampeter Strasburg going after the first pitch in this inning. Very aggressive. Going after the second pitch too. Another bullet into center field. A base hit for Zuber. Platt to second. Hits her now even at 6. Still only 1 out in the inning.
We're going to have a time called here as pitching coach Brandy Sprankle will go out and talk to her daughter on the mound. There you see that shot right up the middle. No chance of getting a glove on that. Now 12 hits in the ball game between both teams.
Allie Robb will be the batter with 2 aboard and 1 out. Here's where a young team like Armstrong, you have to remember, you're still winning this game. You're up 4-3.
With our power, there's no question. There's nothing to panic about. And as we said in the beginning, Steve, it's going to come down to the pitchers, and the pitchers have struggled a little bit.
Lampeter Strasburg has scored 10 or more runs 15 times. They've scored 20 or more 3 times with a high of 33 in a game. Ball 1 to Robb, who picked up an infield single. A run in, 2 on, 1 out. Armstrong still leads 4-3 in the third. Grounded up the middle, base hit, center field. Platt being waved around third. Adams throw to the plate, bounces away. Tie game, Zuber to third, into second goes Robb, and we're deadlocked at 4.
Timely hitting as you get those 3 singles in the home run back to back to back. Almost the same exact spot with that hit up the middle. Allows Platt to come home.
It'll be a single, an RBI, a throwing error, allowing the runners to move to second and third. It's the third error on Armstrong. Defense has been very good for them. Another first pitch swing. Gerard fouls it off. She grounded to second her first time up.
And again, you think about some of the comments that we talked about before the game about the stage being big, and all of a sudden you get in one of these jams and it gets a lot bigger and a lot tighter.
Oh, and 2 the count. Well, I told you 4 wouldn't be enough to win. It was a bold prediction by yours truly.
I was just going to say.
I was way out in that limb.
Yeah, you really went. That was a long, long limb you went out on there.
Good grab by Atherton. 1-2 the count.
Still only one out here. Look at that pitch. A good job by Atherton to get a hold of that one.
Fly ball, right center field. Adams is back, makes the catch for out number 2. Zuber will tag and score. Moving to third is Robb, an RBI for Girard, and LS has its first lead, 5-4, as Girard gets her 15th RBI of the season.
As we said, they've gotten the bat on the ball and made great contact and really driven that ball to the outfield a lot of times in this game. That time provided a sacrifice fly.
Weichler, the lone strikeout victim for Sprankle thus far. Takes ball 1. Well, it's exactly the kind of game that Doug Flanners thought we'd get and basically wanted if you're Armstrong. Fisted to the left side, the third baseman Egley will put it away, and that will end the inning. But LS has come back to take the lead. 3 runs, 4 hits, an error, 1 left. It all started with Middleton. Launches her second home run of the year, starting a 3-run rally, and LS now leads 5-4 after 3. Complete here at Penn State. 9 runs already, 5-7-0 for Lampeter Strasburg, 4-6-3 for Armstrong. This is wrapping up day 2 of the championships. It started at 11 o'clock this morning. Really good game. Tri-Valley got 2 in the bottom of the 7th inning to beat West Green 2-1 for the first state championship in school history. The 3A championship was equally as entertaining. Mount Pleasant holding off Mid-Valley 5-3 the final in that one. And here we are going to the 4th. 5-4, Lampeter Strasburg out of District 3 leading Armstrong, the runners-up in District 7. Long way to go in this one. 9-1-2 for the Riverhawks. Bella Atherton, Emma Smerick, and Emma Paul against Kiva Middleton. Atherton popped to short her first time. A big inning here for Middleton. Your team has battled back from a 4-0 deficit. You were part of it with the home run. You want to try and post a 0 here and keep your team in front.
No question. You need to come back a little bit of a confidence booster there. Their confidence got shook a little bit, and that's the thing that he talked about coming on this stage. He didn't think they would, and this will be interesting here if Middleton can really control these 3 batters in this inning.
One and one the count.
She's definitely gotten the better of the pitching duel so far.
Pulled foul third base side. Middleton jumps ahead, 1-2.
Let's see if she goes to that changeup. She's had some success with it here early in the game.
Change bounces up there. 2-2 the count. Atherton trying to work her way aboard for the top of the order. stays alive.
Tried to jam her a little bit on the inside, got around on it quickly.
Very young team for Armstrong. Doug Flanders said, I'm surprised we're here, being so inexperienced and after not playing last year. Strikeout for Middleton. That is her 5th, one away in the 4th inning. However, he said he saw it coming down the road. He just wasn't sure what happened this year.
Yeah, he said he saw these guys as youngsters and he thought that they would be good. And there you see that little, looks like almost a screwball on the inside there, and did a nice job of getting it low. And Atherton went for it.
Top of the order, Smerrick pops it foul, and that will reach the seats 3 rows deep. It's 0-1.
You see her day today, 0 for 2, a strikeout, fielder's choice, RBI, and scored a run. Nice pitch by Middleton there. Tell you, she's done, after that first inning and first couple innings there, she's settled down, and that's what I saw her pitch the other day in that semifinal. She's done a nice job of really commanding the corners.
0-2 the count for the first time. Walked 1, struck out 5. Change up, waited on nicely and grounded between short and third. Smerrick, seeing eye single the other way. Her first hit. It's number 7 for the Riverhawks.
That's a great piece of hitting when you look at how she just waited, and just poked that bat out there to go to the opposite field, right out of the outstretched arm of Emily Plant.
Emma Paul, a couple of singles, 2 for 2, 2 knocked in, 3 stolen bases. She takes strike 1. I think if you're LS, you've probably learned you better make sure you look the runners back, make them retreat before you throw the ball.
Yeah, that double steal has been very successful here twice this afternoon.
There goes the runner, Smerrick. The pitch is in for a strike. The throw to second is late. 4th stolen base of the day for the Riverhawks. They've got the tying run in scoring position with 1 out.
Got the good jump, and obviously did a nice job with the slide. Little pop-up slide, gets it right into second base.
0-2 the count to Paul. Flied into center field, it's hooking, and Gerard makes a great diving catch into third base is Smerrick. She's being waved home. The throw by Blantz, not in time. Smerrick scores from second on a fly ball. We're tied at 5. They're going to appeal to second, and that appeal is denied. The run will stand.
Great piece of running there. That's the kind of thing you knew that they're going to be aggressive on the base pass, being down a run. So opportunity presented itself, and they scored with it.
3rd RBI of the day for Paul. Tremendous hustle by Smerrick, and what a catch by Gerard.
And how important was that getting second to get in that position to come home?
5-5 game. Bases empty. Here's Egley. 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout. Each team 5 runs, 7 hits. Check swing. The appeal to first. No swing, says James Pullman.
Always brings the wrath of the fans when they have one of those plays where they want to get some help.
1-1 pitch, drilled to deep left field. Zuber is back, it's gone! Go-ahead home run, Mackenzie Egley, her 7th of the year. It's 6-5 Riverhawks.
Well, you knew when he talked to us before the game, he was like a father at Christmas time that knew what the present he bought for his kid. He was just giggling and giggling and giggling. He goes, You'll see. Hopefully you'll see. And boy, oh boy, is he right. That's the 8th hit of the ball game for them, and another big home run to add to their collection of home runs this year.
Hit number 8 for Armstrong. 6-5 lead. Egley now with 31 runs batted in. The slugfest continues at Penn State.
You took the words out of my mouth. I said we can officially call it a slugfest right now.
Jesse Pugh.
Another one very capable of one swing of the bat.
2 homers, 4 knocked in against Exeter in the quarterfinals. Solo shot in the semis. Goes after a low pitch, grounds it to third. Platt with the play. Byler with the nice scoop and stretch, and that will end the inning. But Armstrong roars right back. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, nobody left. Mackenzie Egley goes deep for the 7th time. Her team back in front, 6-5 after 3.5 in Happy Valley.
Welcome to PMA Perspective, your weekly half-hour news program on Pennsylvania business, government, and politics. I'm your host, David Tingler, president of the Pennsylvania Manufacturers Association.
Bottom of the 4th, 6-5 Armstrong. Top of the order, Lampeter Strasburg. Chloe Blantz flies it to right, not deep. Smerrick toward the line, makes the catch. Blantz now 1 for 3 with a 2-run double. And a big first out for Cam Sprankle.
It's the second time Blantz got under one. She got under one in the first inning as well, so that's a plus for Sprankle to get her out.
Daisy Frank, single and a ground out, 1 for 2. Sprankle, no walks, 1 strikeout. Armstrong has been charged with 3 errors in the game. 1-1 to Frank. Frank and Blantz, not only very good on the softball diamond, they were outstanding in field hockey in the fall as well. I mentioned that Frank is going to Syracuse to play field hockey. Pops 1 foul, third base side. Blantz going to Delaware to play softball. That's become a bit of a pipeline. LS to Newark. Hannah Garber and Jules Garber play for the Blue Hens. By the way, their sister Bree also won the PSAC title at Westchester and got to the Division II Softball World Series in 2018. Pretty good softball family, the Garbers. And they'll get another Pioneer heading to be a Blue Hen.
It's a benefit for Delaware. Boy, they got some very, very good bloodlines there.
Just a beautiful campus there in Newark as well. Frank heading to a pretty place as well at Syracuse. Pops out here to the second baseman, Ben Venuti, however, 2 down.
Once again, Sprankle been able to get them to get underneath that ball. But still one more person to face here in Byler that can really one swing it out.
Although it does snow a little bit in Syracuse. Just a little.
Just a little.
Every
right.
day
Yeah.
it snows a little. in the winter.
Those statistics are unbelievable. Like how many cloudy days they have even. It's like something like 250 days a year. It's cloudy there.
Cam Byler is going the other direction. She's heading to Coastal Carolina to major in exercise and sports science. Also played volleyball for LS. Holds the school record for doubles, had 13 in 2019, 24 walks this year, a school record, and 5 hit by pitches, a school record. Her 6 homers would be a record were it not for Blantz, who's crushed 15 so far this year. 2-1 the count. What a program Gene Charles has built here. 102-15 in 5 years.
Said it never gets old.
29 wins this year, 28-19, 23-18, 22-17. 28-game winning streak coming into this one. The only loss in Game 2 to Twin Valley, and that's the team that Armstrong knocked off in the first round, beating the Raiders 10-1.
That was a long time ago, March 29th for that loss.
Byler stays alive.
Interesting talking to the coaches, Steve, about last year and how COVID robbed everybody of different things, and he said their team last year really would have been something.
7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Byler waits on it and drills it into the alley in right center. Off the glove of Smerick. Byler heading for second, and she will be in standing with a double. 13 doubles 2 years ago. That's her 7th this year.
Really gets good contact on the ball. Opportunity out there by Smerick, but can't get to it right away. There you see the enthusiasm on second base from Cam Byler.
Hits are even at 8. Gene Charles going to talk to his assistant Lisa Boone. I believe they're discussing a pinch runner at second base for Byler. Nobody has popped out of the dugout yet, but Gene Charles is going to plate umpire Robert Murphy. And now, here comes the runner. Cassie Meck, a junior, will take over as the pinch runner at second base.
You see a good look at Cassie Meck. Opportunity. Be the lead runner, get that tying runner on board there on second base.
In scoring position for Kiva Middleton. The pitcher has reached on an error and slammed a solo home run. They're going to walk her intentionally to put 2 aboard. First walk allowed by Sprankle. Emily Platt will get a chance with 2 on, 2 out. She is grounded out and singled, 1 for 2, a run scored. It's always a risk to put somebody on free of charge when you have 2 highly potent offenses. But Doug Flanders is hoping this is the right call.
Yeah, this is really...
Morgan Whitaker is going to be the courtesy runner at first base for the pitcher Middleton. First pitch swinging. The strategy should pay off. Pugh in foul territory makes the catch to end the inning. Sprankle works out of 2-out trouble. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. We go to the 5th, 6-5 Armstrong.
Join our guests for insights on issues impacting local government and the citizens of Pennsylvania. Created by the Pennsylvania State Association of Boroughs, Inside Pennsylvania Boroughs connects you to legislation and policy that will affect you and your family. Your host, Chris Kapp, and his guests discuss current affairs that matter to you most. Connect with your state by tuning into Inside Pennsylvania Boroughs on Sundays here on PCN.
Armstrong bats in the fifth, leading 6-5 in the 5A championship game. I'd like to thank Chuck Lambert, the scorekeeper for Lampeter Strasburg, for all the information he sent us on the Pioneers and their history of getting to the state championship. And really, on behalf of Jim Wills, working this game with me, Dan Freemuth, Courtney DuPont, Mike Kraus, a big thank you to all the coaches, statisticians, and athletic directors who helped get us information for these 6 games to make these broadcasts a whole lot easier and tell the stories of their schools, their teams, and their players. We really appreciate their cooperation.
Yeah, and it's been, we've gotten a lot of information from a lot of different people, and it's been, very, very helpful. And you want to make it the best situation for the kids involved, and they've done a great job of helping us out with that.
Jenna Klontz is 0 for 2 today as she leads off the fifth and is out in front of a Kiva Middleton changeup. 0-2 the count. Cass Adams, Riley Kilgore to follow. Third 0-2 count for Middleton, who's walked 1 and struck out 5. Trying to keep this a 6-5 game.
Klontz came in batting .471, has yet to reach base here today.
Lays off that changeup. Well, you watch Middleton, Jim. She really works that softball in her hand before every single pitch. You look at it there. Ground ball to deep short. Blantz guns it to first for out number 1. That arm allows her to play deeper than many can.
Yeah, she's just so good. We talked about that, how good defensively she is in that hole. And just, you're right, that's a really gun of an arm as that gets there in time with a step to spare.
1 down for Cass Adams. 1 for 2. Had 16 hits in the game, 8 each side. Adams has scored a run. Shadows slowly beginning to creep onto the field here. They'll move from home plate out as we get later into the afternoon. Grounded foul, third base side. Another 0-2 count for Middleton.
And while we're thanking people, Steve, we should thank Penn State for what a great experience they provide for these youngsters here in this weekend.
Awesome atmosphere. We talked yesterday about the Nittany Lions' new head coach, Clarissa Crowell, greeted every single coach and team that played here. She's just finished her first season at the helm of the Nittany Lions, trying to turn that program around. She's got herself a beautiful facility here at Beard Field at Nittany Lions Softball Park.
It all starts with here. If you're recruiting somebody to come in to see this facility, top notch, one of the best in the Big Ten.
Yeah, we were kind of talking off the air yesterday between games, and we've been doing this for a number of years, and not many of the players that we've seen in the state championships have committed to come play here at Penn State. They've been going elsewhere.
You got to recruit when you have that opportunity, and this is a prime time opportunity is to see that call right there, a little bit aggravating for the Lampeter Strasburg group because they thought that changeup was there.
Count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. I think her presence here alone says a lot. You want to try to obviously promote your facility, and hey, I'm looking to turn around this program. I need players like you, or you just to be seen.
Well, right away, the first thing she told us was, I canceled the trip when I saw this was coming up here. It's, so that just shows you the importance of staying at home.
Changeup is in for a strike this time. 6 for Middleton. 2 outs in the inning.
You can see that nice little rise ball again in there for a strike. Middleton has done a great job using the corners, using the rise ball, using the changeup.
Riley Kilgore has a double and a single, 2 for 2, a run scored. Neither team has come close to being retired in order so far in this one. (2-0) the count.
Middleton will also throw in an occasional screwball in her repertoire.
Falls behind Kilgore 2-0. And now 3-0. First time today. Kilgore gets a green light, rips one to right field, and a nice play by Allie Robb, fighting the sun and the wind, and she stays with it to make the catch, and we've got our first 1-2-3 inning of the game. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Good play in right field, keeps it 6-5 Armstrong after 4.5.
Alvernia University and Reading Collegetown, now offering 3 new engineering majors or enhanced business and communications programs, plus one of the largest athletic departments in Division III for both men's and women's sports. Learn more at alvernia.edu.
We at PCN are your neighbors, your friends, your fellow Pennsylvanians. PCN has grown from a way to distribute educational programming into a statewide network that educates, celebrates, and shares all that Pennsylvania has to offer. As a nonprofit organization that receives no state or government funding, PCN is asking for your help and support so we can continue to bring you the programs and events you've come to expect. Become a donor and support the PCN family. Visit PCNTV.com to donate now.
Step away from the field and back in time to commemorate the Battle of Gettysburg with 3 nights of special programming, July 1st through the 4th. Watch each night beginning at 7 p.m. on cable and streaming with PCN Select. Good one here in the 5A championship. Lampeter Strasburg home team batting bottom of the 5th, trailing Armstrong 6-5. Brooke Zuber, Allie Robb, Julia Gerard facing Cam Sprinkle. Zuber has scored twice, reaching on an error and singling, 1 for 2 in the game. Rips one right back through the middle for base hit number 9 for the Pioneers. A leadoff runner here in the 5th.
I tell you, she gives you that hitter look when she comes up to the plate, doesn't she, Steve? Boy, you could just tell by that look on her face. She was just ready to plant it, and boy, it does. Can't have a better piece of hitting than that right there. Swinging in, using the wrists.
Gene Charles said she is just an enthusiastic young lady. She's jumping around, excited. Something good happens. He said she'll be 2-3 feet off the ground, it seems. That's how happy she is. 0-1 the count to Robb, who has a couple of singles, 2 for 2, a run scored, a run batted in. Line foul the other way. Robb hitting .400 over the last 8 games, and she's had a chance to do a little work in the circle this year. She's pitched in 3 games, going 2-0, 2 shutouts, and 1 was a perfect game. Ho-hum. And she'll get a base hit here into right center field. Turning second, heading for third is Zuber. On her way to second is Robb. Second and third, nobody out for the Pioneers here in the 5th inning as they have 10 hits.
See that inside out? Good job squaring up. Gets that ball into the outfield, and a good, good piece of hitting once again. And they've really kept their eye on the ball, and they've really done a good job all afternoon of that.
8th double of the year for Rob. LS trying to retake the lead. First pitch lined to short, caught by Emma Paul, and the runners scoot back. Zuber to third, Rob to second. Julia Gerard hit it hard, but she is out number 1 in the inning.
Big out there for Spankel. That she needed that one right there.
Armstrong scored 4 in the second. LS answered with 2 in the second, 3 in the third to go in front. Riverhawks came back with 2 in the fourth. And that's where we are in the bottom of the 5th at 6-5. Strike 1 to Weichler, who has struck out and popped to third, 0 for 2 in the game. Ball and a strike to count.
Hey, the bottom of the lineup's been productive for LS in this ball game. They've really done a nice job down the bottom.
A ball and 2 strikes to count. Good grab by Atherton. Zuber on third. She singled to lead things off. Rob on second. She doubled. There is 1 out in the inning. Tying and go-ahead runs in scoring position.
Good job again behind the plate by Atherton to get in front of that one.
She didn't know where it was, but kept it close. Now 3 balls, 2 strikes to count. Just the first time that Sprinkle has run the count full. Three-two pitch is fly to left center field. That is in the gap for extra bases. Zuber scores. Rob scores. A double for Weichler. 7-6 LS here in the 5th.
I guess that lineup change helped him, huh? Nice job of taking it to the opposite field. Right in that gap. Ball rolls all the way to the wall. Going to be in there with a stand-up double.
Double number 6 for Weichler on the year. She has now knocked in 20. 11th hit of the day for LS. That will be all for Sprinkle. Madison Baker will take over in the circle. Baker, as you might expect, another youngster, just a freshman.
Tough position to be thrown into here, but kind of expected it. A move may happen here.
We were not provided with any numbers on the season on Baker. But she'll come into a tough spot. Team is down 1. You're facing the top of the order against one of the top players in the state. Chloe Blantz will be the batter. Sprinkle goes 4 1/3 innings. 11 hits, a walk, a strikeout. The walk was intentional.
You see pitching coach Brandy Sprinkle out on the mound, giving a couple words of advice and trying to settle down her freshman. Of course, it's always that famous scenario, Steve. They're a freshman, they don't really know the pressure. But again,
you hope that's the case.
You hope it's the case. This is the biggest pressure cooker you could be put in to be in the state final.
Weichler, the 9-hitter, delivers the go-ahead 2-run double. Now Blantz, 1 for 3. She has one of the 4 doubles for the Pioneers, and it knocked in a couple of runs in the second. takes strike one. Just to run through the numbers for Blantz again, she came in hitting .505, 9 doubles, 5 triples, 15 home runs, and 60 runs batted in. Lifts this one into shallow left. The left fielder Klontz makes the catch for out number 2, and a big out for Madison Baker.
Got Blantz to get under that just enough to keep that in catchable territory. You see Daisy Frank 1 for 3 with a single on the day.
Pulled foul past third.
Well, we see the hitting clinic here today. Right now, 19 hits.
There's the adage in baseball and softball that good hitting stops good pitching. I think that is being tested a little bit today. I mean, you're not getting to the state championship in softball without having good pitching. You're going to need it somewhere along the line. That's how good these two teams are at the plate. They can really swing it.
Yeah, when you looked at those statistics, and like we said, there's very few times we do these games when you're going to say something about 30 and 40 home runs. So you know they're powerful. You know they've been, really in a lot of good contests during the year. And to be able to hit that many home runs, you got to have a lot of power and a lot of hitting ability.
Ground ball up the middle, under the glove of Benvenuti into center field, a base hit around third, and scoring is Weichler. Throw back to first, not in time to get Frank, who has an RBI single. It's now 8-6. 12th RBI of the year for Frank.
And we talk about being here before. A lot of these kids have that experience for Lampeter Strasburg, and they got a little rattled early, fell behind, but I think that experience of being on that big stage here and this tradition and history of them really helped them not panic, and they've come back strong here in this inning.
Ball 1 to Byler, who's 1 for 3 with a double. Drilled to deep left field, to the wall and gone. Cam Byler, a 2-run blast.
Well, we talked about in the open, we promised, and we've produced the promise. Home runs all the time.
7th of the year for Byler. She has knocked in 30, 10-6, Lampeter Strasburg.
That pitch was a little bit down too. That was she had to dig down a little bit to get a hold of that one, but once she got a hold of it, it was history.
13 hits for the Pioneers.
Now batting, number 23, Kiva Middleton.
6 of them for extra bases.
Middleton stepping to the plate as one of them had one of the home runs earlier.
Ground ball to Emma Paul at short. She'll make the throw in time to end the inning, but LS erupts to retake the lead. 5 runs in the inning on 5 hits, no errors, nobody left. Cam Byler, a 2-run homer. 10-6 Pioneers after 5 at Penn State.
I'm Dave Williams, your host here in Pennsylvania Country Roads. Come join me as we travel throughout the countryside of Pennsylvania, places that you love to see, the people you love to meet, and of course, the many wonderful things that go on in our state. All this and much more every Sunday morning at 7 a.m. on PCN TV.
Love our Pennsylvania's Neighborhood series? Here's a look at where we've already been. Visit PCNTV.com to watch on demand now or purchase copies of your favorite locations. PCN, we are Pennsylvania's Neighborhood.
Dr. Robert Lombardi, the executive director of the piaa, watching the action here at Penn State. Baseball championships going on as well on the other side of Beaver Stadium at Medlar Field. And Jim, it's certainly been a trying year for Bob and everybody else. The piaa, there was so much unknown. Are you making the right call? Are you risking? You didn't know. And they've gotten through all 3 seasons with their championships intact. They deserve a lot of credit for that.
They absolutely do, and it hasn't been easy. And if you talk to Bob, it's like, it's all about the kids and the safety and the protocols, and they've followed everything to a T. What's the best way to do it? And they've really done a good job. And this is the end of the year, and they've been very, very successful in every one of the sporting seasons and done a great job.
And the good thing about the spring, now keep in mind, these athletes did not have a season last year, and that is a huge key for everybody. This was the focal point, to try to have a quote-unquote real season for the spring. And they were able to do that and had full brackets for the state tournament, not just district champs. That's a huge, huge thing to accomplish.
Right. When you looked at football and you look at basketball, they had to adjust. They had, just take district champs and all different kinds of things to make it work. But you're right, for the spring, they went full bore, and by that point, everything was a little bit better, and the mandates had, really loosened up a lot, and then everything came out really well for, the whole staff of the piaa did a great job, and, Dr. Lombardi at the helm really gets a lot of the credit for that.
Leadoff hitter is Madison Baker, the relief pitcher, and she will pop to the shortstop, Blantz, for out number 1 here in the 6th inning. Big out for Kiva Middleton with her team surging back in front. And they were able to get neutral sites to host playoff games, which
that's huge.
Was an issue.
That was an issue basically in everything before that. You're right, because a lot of people did not want to get involved. They didn't want to, because everybody had different rules at certain points. And, the neutral sites was a big thing because a lot of people, were very upset with that, but there was not much they could do. There wasn't any way they could wiggle out of that in those other sports. But, spring got themselves back to normal.
Shelby Cloak is the pinch hitter for Bella Atherton. Cloak is a freshman. Middleton closing in 100 pitches, misses for ball 1. 6 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors for Armstrong, 4 left on base. 10, 13, and 0 for LS with 6 stranded. 1-1 the count. Armstrong is in the finals for the first time. Again, the school opened for the 15-16 academic year. Lampeter Strasburg is here for the 4th time. In the last 5 years, we've had championships. Trying to even its state final record at 2-2.
One of the expectations when you play for those people with Coach Charles is you're going to have an opportunity to go into the postseason and go into the postseason deep.
Ground ball up the middle, and the freshman delivers with a pinch hit single. Shelby Cloak is aboard, 9 hits for the Riverhawks. This is not over, not with the power that Armstrong has.
No, when you're sending up freshman pinch hitters and getting those kind of looks right there, you're exactly right, Steve.
Emma Smerick is 1 for 3, single, stolen base, couple of runs scored, dangerous hitter at the top of the order. Let's just hope, Jim, that as we get ready for the 21 fall season, that everything is back to normal or pretty darn close to it.
And we got to give credit to all the athletic directors, the school boards all across the state of Pennsylvania who provided those safe opportunities for the student athletes to have seasons as well. And,
and really the student athletes themselves.
Yes.
They have to sacrifice a lot, and they have been extremely resilient from the summer of last year when everything resumed to where we are now. They get a ton of credit. So do their parents. Nobody knew what we were going against and how safe everybody was in certain situations. So it took a lot of faith, a lot of trust, just to make sure everybody got through this safe and sound. Not an easy thing.
You know, you think about all the people you know who complain about wearing a mask, and here's people who are in a physical activity where breathing is a very, very big part of it, and being in shape and all those kind of things, and you had to wear a mask to provide that for your sport. You know, it was tough on them.
I've just been amazingly impressed with the young men and women and what they have been able to achieve. It has really been something to watch.
Yeah, you talk to every coach and they say, you know, the kids have been really good with it. They've been, you know, they've been better than me sometimes. You know, they'll remind me, Coach, remember, we got to do this. We got to sanitize. We got to do this before we go, you know. So hats off to them, as you're right.
Stealing second is Cloak. She is in safely. 2-2 the count to Smerrick. As you get older, it's that, these kids these days. That is not the case for me with what this particular group has accomplished.
No, they did exactly what they were told to do, and they knew, you know, it was a responsibility, a right and a privilege deal. You know, it's your, you know, a privilege to play, so but the right is going to be that you have to do the right thing. And you have to protect yourself and protect others, and they did a great job. Every coach I talked to said the same thing. I couldn't be prouder of my kids. The safety protocols were followed. You know, we didn't have to miss any games, so really did a nice job.
Smerrick, 3-2 pitch, grounded sharply to second. Frank with a heads-up play. She has started every game there since she was a freshman and makes a big defensive play for out number 2. Moving to third is Cloak.
And you forget how tough that play is going to that side. That's the key. That's not an easy thing to going glove side, but you got that glove down immediately, provided that opportunity to go to first before it could go into the outfield. That could have been dangerous.
2 outs. Armstrong down forward, trying to draw a little closer. Paul has knocked in 3 already with a couple of hits and a sacrifice fly. On the outside corner. You know, to finish the thought, you always hear, you know, play like it's your last game. It's so cliche. You never know what's going to happen. That's what these players in every sport were going through for pretty much the entire school year.
Yeah, they lived it, though. They lived it in their junior year because it was their last game. And those guys that did, especially the spring season, those people were really, you know, Coach Charles was telling us before the game, you know, how many kids he had that, you know, missed out on that senior year last year that would have had it probably his best team ever. And when a guy like that says it, you know what I mean, who've had so much success, you feel really bad, but those people missed out.
Paul rips one to left. She's got a 4 RBI game. In to score is Cloak. Armstrong back within 3 at 10-7. What a day for Emma Paul. Freshman, by the way.
Talked about her first team all-conference, and you can see why. Eyes, very good job of keeping an eye on the ball. Coming up with the big job of 3 singles on the afternoon.
Mackenzie Egley, a single and a homer. Shows bunt, runner is going. Paul on the move, throw is out of the glove of Blance, but she'll hustle after it, and wisely staying at second is Paul, who now has 4 stolen bases today. Vince Coleman-like, Ricky Henderson. Nobody steals bases today, so I got to go old school.
Why don't you go old school with the namesake, Maury Wills?
Maury Wills or Lou Brock? 1-1 the count to Egley. Singled in the first, struck out in the second, solo homer in the fourth. 17 runs, 23 hits on the board. Exactly what we expected. Pretty good cut there by Egley, fouling it straight back. It's 1-2.
For that group of fans that can give you the famous line, well, softball's a little boring. Sometimes there's not a lot of action. Could not say that about this ball game.
There has been a lot of good stuff to watch in this 5A final. Good pitch away. Middleton gets her 7th strikeout. She does allow a run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 5.5 completes here at Penn State. 10-7, Lampeter Strasburg.
When you need care, you need it fast. But you need it done with a gentle hand. We make caring an active choice, so you feel it the moment you walk in the door. Or when you log in. Urgent caring means we always listen to your needs and put you at ease. No matter what you walk in for, we'll make getting better feel better. It's what we do, because every chance we get is a chance to show we care. MedExpress. Urgent caring.
Doesn't matter what part of the state you're from, one thing is certain. Pennsylvania loves sports. On the first Friday of the month, PCN takes you inside the lines at 6:30 p.m. PCN delivers insight to the people who cover sports from every corner of the Commonwealth. From high school to college to professional sports, PCN takes you inside the lines. Learn more at PCNTV.com.
PIAA championship games are the exclusive property of the PIAA. Television coverage is licensed to PCN, whose exclusive rights are protected by federal copyright law. Any retransmission of any kind or other use of the television coverage of this game without the expressed written consent of PIAA is prohibited by law. Got another new pitcher here as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Julia Hetrick, a senior, who is going to Penn State Fayette, will take over in the circle. 3rd pitcher of the day for the Riverhawks. Sprinkle went 4 1/3. Madison Baker 2/3 of an inning. And now the lefty Hetrick will try and keep this a 3-run game heading to the 7th.
Well, the nice thing about this for Hetrick is the senior gets an opportunity, Steve, to get into a state final ball game. Can put that on her resume for future reference when people talk about your softball career, and that's a nice thing to hear. As you know, we already had the freshman get her opportunity last inning, so now we get a senior to get her opportunity this inning.
7 seniors on this Armstrong team, but again, the lineup is primarily underclassmen and many sophomores and freshmen. Peter Strasburg will send Platt, Zuber, Robb up there. They've combined for 6 of the 13 hits out of the 5, 6, and 7 spots. Platt 1 for 3 with a single in the 3rd, a run scored. Takes ball 1 from Hetrick. Fisted towards short. Paul handles it and fires to first for out number 1 here in the 6th.
Routine play there for Paul. Does a nice job, as we said, defensively. Been steady all year long in that shortstop position.
Brooke Zuber has been aboard 3 times, reaching on an error plus a couple of hits. She has scored 3 runs. Fly ball left field. Klontz drifting toward the line. Another quick out for Hetrick. 2 away here in the 6th inning. Allie Robb will be the batter, and what a day she has had. 3 for 3. 2 scored, 1 knocked in. Up the middle, Paul, nice play, ranging to her left and throws to first in time. Strong inning for the senior Hetrick. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We go to the 7th. Last chance for the Riverhawks. They're down 10-7.
Choose fresh local Pennsylvania milk. It's naturally packed with 9 essential nutrients. Just what you need to power through the day and fuel your body. Milk also builds stronger communities, providing jobs and pumping billions of dollars into Pennsylvania's economy every year. And it all starts with you. Choose PA Dairy, goodness that matters to your family and our state. Find places to buy PA milk at choosepadairy.com.
Armstrong needs 3 to keep the softball season alive. Down 10-7, top of the 7th. 5A championship here at Penn State. Jesse Pugh leads off, takes strike 1 from Kiva Middleton. Pugh 0 for 3 today. Jenna Klontz, Cass Adams to follow. 4, 5, and 6 in the order. One and 1 the count. Middleton, a walk and 7 strikeouts.
Said she's been so tough in the postseason with that .81 ERA, but I think that she was tested here today so far.
2 and 1 the count. Pitch missing outside.
Outfield playing deep as they should.
Pugh has had a huge tournament with 3 homers. He's ahead in the count, 3 and 1. She also had 2 hits in the opening round. Middleton misses up high. Pugh checks her swing. Second walk allowed by the righty. A leadoff runner in the 7th for Armstrong. Pinch runner at first base for Pugh will be Emily Campbell, a senior who will head to Penn State Barons. She gets into the state championship game. Jenna Klontz 0 for 3 today. A .471 hitter.
6 homers on her resume as well as 30 RBIs on the season, so been a little struggle here for her this afternoon.
Ball 1 inside. Popped up foul, first base side. Byler in front of her own dugout. Makes the catch for out number 1.
Huge play right there as they get Klontz with the pop-up. Got to get that first out to record. That's the big one.
Cassidy Adams will stand in. 1 on, 1 out. She's 1 for 3. Takes strike 1. Adams singled in the 4-run second and scored the first run of the game. 3 unearned runs scored by Lampeter Strasburg, the difference in the game right now.
Oh, there's that changeup that we've seen so much today. That thing is a thing of beauty when it works like that. Pulling the string right on that one. Take a look at that right there.
Just the 5th 0-2 count Middleton has had today. That is her 8th strikeout. 2 away in the 7th.
It's back to that same pitch. Took a little off of that. Ends up with the K.
Swing and a miss by Riley Kilgore, who's 2 for 3 with a double and a run scored.
You see it? Nice afternoon for her.
Off the end of the bat to left field. Zuber with the catch. LS wins its 2nd state title.
We talked about it down early, but didn't get frustrated. Came back and did a great job at the plate. Worked their way back into the ball game. Down 4-0. Came back, scored a couple, then inched their way right down the line to 10 runs in this ball game.
A 5-run 5th inning will be the difference, as Lampeter Strasburg will end the year 30-1 with a 29-game winning streak. Armstrong will finish at 18-6. Losses to Shaler, twice to Plum, Highlands, then North Hills by the mercy rule in the District 7 championship game, and this afternoon to Lampeter Strasburg in the 5A state title game. This is everything we had hoped for and then some. These two went back and forth, and really an offensive display in this one.
Heavyweight fight, which we predicted in the open. We talked about all the home runs that were hit. You know, there was a few of those, but it was just some solid hitting, some comeback, some good confidence by Lampeter Strasburg, knowing they were down early. But the thing of it is, they've been on this stage before, didn't get rattled, came back and won the ball game.
So they make it to the state final for the 4th time in 5 years. 2 wins, 2 losses. Armstrong, school that just opened, the 15-16 school year, the combination of Katanning and Ford City, their first trip here to Penn State. Doug Flanders, nothing to be ashamed of. This was a fantastic year, and he has got a team that plays so many youngsters.
Yeah, they're gonna be in the mix for the next couple years. He's got a great group coming up, and the thing of it is that road through the Whippeal, they did a great job this year of winning that 2nd game against North Hills, which was huge in the playoffs.
And you've got 3 seniors who have been along for a good portion of this ride. The top 3 in the order, Chloe Blantz, Daisy Frank, Cam Byler, they will accept the championship trophy for the Pioneers. What careers they have had.
Yeah, they've been, in this situation before, but not in this winning situation, and that has a lot to do with getting yourself back here confidence-wise and putting the pedal to the metal today, which they did. And did a great job.
So congratulations to the Pioneers who win the final PAA state championship game in softball for 2021. Time now to pick our player of the game. Tough choice, but it's Allie Robb, the right fielder for Lampeter Strasburg.
Yeah, it's always tough on a day like this. As you see there, 3 for 4, a double RBI, 2 runs scored. She did it all at that plate. Very confident with the bat here this afternoon. Just a great job by Allie Robb.
Robb with singles in the 2nd and 3rd inning, a double and a run scored in that 5-run 5th, and a really good play in right field as well. So congratulations to Allie Robb, the sophomore, the player of the game, presented by Lebanon Valley College, listed #1 in Pennsylvania for job placement. Lebanon Valley College will get you career ready. Visit the campus and find out why their students are so successful. Undergraduate and graduate programs available for traditional and adult learners. Visit lvc.edu. One last thank you, Jim, to our fantastic crew, guys we're used to working with from the Service Electric Network in the Lehigh Valley, as usual, doing a fantastic job bringing us the sights and sounds from here at Penn State.
Yeah, they did an outstanding job. The camera work was tremendous. The stats, everybody did a great job as usual. It's a tough 2 days, but we got through it, and a lot of good softball, and we're here at the end with the final championship game in the 5A category.
Different types of games, but we saw some really entertaining championships here over the last 2 days. We hope you have enjoyed it too. It wraps up with the 5A title game. Your final totals: Lampeter Strasburg with 10 runs on 13 hits, no errors, and 6 left on base. Armstrong 7 runs, 10 hits, 3 errors, and 6 left on base. Kiva Middleton gets the win. The loss goes to Cam Sprinkle. Home runs in the game for Armstrong. Mackenzie Egley, her 7th of the year. For Lampeter Strasburg, Kiva Middleton with her 1st, and Cam Byler her 7th. The game was played in 1 hour and 52 minutes. The final score once again in 5A, Lampeter Strasburg 10, Armstrong 7. On behalf of Jim Wills and the entire Service Electric Network crew and PCN, Steve Degler saying so long from Happy Valley, Beard Field at Nittany Lions Softball Park, where it's a 10-7 win for the Pioneers.
Relive the action with PCN. Did you know you can rewatch this and other PAA championships with the PCN Select streaming service? Subscribe and stream on all your favorite devices. You can also purchase digital downloads, Blu-rays, and DVDs of PAA Sports Championships on the PCN Store.